be calling you a radical. Orwell on Balco. Orwell on chemo. Testing. Yeah, testing my ass. This is not a test. So, you know, this is important historical video. It's probably going to take me a while to do this. Oh, we got to get a look at that sky. Wow. So, you know, Winston, 2 plus 2 is whatever we tell you it is. And if you don't think Orwell came to fruition, you're not paying attention. Because the whole world, scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're perplexed, they're curious, they're alarmed. They're alarmed. Yeah, really never fails. They're alarmed. So, Ollie Stone is the latest to come out and tell you that 1 is greater than 3, right? That's all we've heard for 12 years now. The greatest nuclear energy disaster in history, Chernobyl. Well, Chernobyl and FUKUSHIMA, they're only ranked 7s, right? They're both ranked 7s, but 1 graphite reactor, the meltdown, 700 and some odd thousand men entombed, versus 3. If you don't think this is Orwell, 3 full blown out meltdowns, 7 cement fuel pools, including MOX fuel, and this is greater than this. So, and this is important, it's historical. So as you know, it's all come out that at the MoMA of post-Fukushima, Epstein was running the MoMA. Yeah. Yep, the registered sex offender. He was meeting with, who's Leon Black? Maybe I can call Epstein and have to see if Leon Black can get us in the museums. Remember Glenn Dubin? Jeffrey's coming over to read the girls' bedtime stories. Remember him? Oh, the MoMA? That's the gatekeepers at the MoMA? Who's the only person that was protesting all this shit at the MoMA at the time? The artist. The artist Blanch. Former cancer inmate, number 137. So I was reading through a bunch of stuff, Sudoku. I need to do more on her. You know, as I got leukemia, my father nuked to death in the Nevada test site. Her and I are so tied. Her mother, as she was dying of leukemia, would call AML. She died of AML. Would call it the atomic bomb disease, the atomic bomb sickness. That's exactly what it is. That's what Kevin Blanch has. I went to the bone marrow transplant on 11/11. I had the atomic bomb sickness. That's exactly what I have. My dad died from it. So no cancer in his family, none. Brothers and sisters, none, 0. Healthiest. He dies of it after being nuked, and I get it. His great-grandson, neuroblastoma. So 3 is greater than 1. Nope, Winston, I told you. 1 is greater than 3. Remember? They put on his head with the rat. What happened to Winston's girlfriend? I ain't gonna quit you. No, I ain't gonna quit you. When the going gets tough. Hello. The world is run by those that show. Well, hello, Rocky Mountain High. This ain't fucking Colorado. So, you know, I invented this. I've invented so much. The first painting ever, painted with tomato soup. I'll get it out at the end here. I get it out every year and we'll get a look at it. But I want to paint this painting right here, right now. And, God, what a sky. It's going to be a nice video. So, Jackson Pollock's assembly line. Remember, he said everything changed. How can I paint in the old Thomas Hart Benson? Isn't that who trained him? Standing right there. Rocky Mountain. May 10th, 1869. I envision someday the statue of Christopher Columbus on the highest Rocky Mountain peak. Wasn't he a protege of him? Wasn't that who was training Pollock? He snapped. He says, how can I paint? Post the bomb in the old way. I can't. How can I paint? How can I do anything? How can I post Fukushima? I can. So I got the dripping assembly line. I was looking at those paintings. tonight. Oh my God, they're masterpieces, aren't they? You know, the ones I did last year on the assembly line. So I'm going to do another one. Oh, before I start the painting, so we'll do a show for kids. And we do a cartoon. So Fuku, as you know, Fuku, you look a little mutated, Fuku. What, Fuku? You have 18,000 becquerels of cesium-137 per kilogram in you? He has a friend. Remember when they found the cesium in the tuna of San Diego and I was fighting with that Stony Brook professor in 2011, right before I got cancer? What are we going to call him? Fuku and Coco. Fuku and Coco. What did big fish say to the little fish? Fukushima killed my food. We too. What did the 60,000-pound whale say to Coco? What did the 60,000-pound humpback whale starving to death say to Fuku? What did the starfish, the sea anemone, the California purple urchin, the seal, the sea lion, the anchovy, the sardine? What did they say? Big fish, Sheila. Fukushima killed the plankton. Fukushima killed my food. We too. We too. From the sea, Kevin D. It's the ecology. I fight for her, she fights for we. Open heart surgery, this oh boy place. So let's get to work on this painting. Come on, Fuku, you can help. Fuku and Coco. See, we got the paint. See, we got open paint. Huh. We got the paint. That's the paint I want to use right there. What do we got here? Let's start this video over. I get it. There we go. What happened there? Oh yeah, we got some good looking paint there. Good, thick, gooey yellow. Sorry, Fuku. Big brush on this. Right? I don't know if I want to drip on this one. Should we drip? You gotta drip. You gotta drip. We'll drip a little bit and we'll go from there. You gotta drip. A little thick. good cat. Okay, we'll make it work. Oh yeah. Interesting, right? I like it. Looks like fractal physics. We'll call this painting Metal Bronze. Oh yeah. Very interesting how that played out. Oh, this is cool. Like it. What do you think, Fuku? Coco? So you know that, make sure this is going. You know, Nocturnus was the first to drill. Okay. It wasn't Jackson Pollock. Love Jackson's work. Amazing man, as far as the artist. Incredible. Too bad he had such a hardcore battle with alcoholism. Okay, that's a good look so far. You know, we're just getting going. We got something growing here. Almost looks like a rose bush, right? I don't know. So, cool as hell, right? Remember when we used to wear those shirts around? Fractal physics under the microscope in the 70s? I was a quantum physics guy in those days when I was a kid in college. So anyway, let's get this going. I see Jennifer Graham Holm has pulled another Okie Finoki on not reporting her software. Her and Rick Perry, I call the anti-porn. But doesn't she remind you of the twins' mother in East of Eden, Adam Thrash's? Doesn't she? I mean, as Steinbeck describes her, doesn't she remind you of her? She does me. I don't know. Maybe it's just a Freudian slip with me. Okay, let's get this. She's still running. She's still running. I like this. You work out. That's the Ruby's daughter, right? Yeah, you do. So, I thought Dada to the moon, you used what you had. Couldn't spend much money. To the moon! Nude descending down staircase. That purple nude found in an elevator. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. Slept in the dead fucking pines of the sun from Fukushima, Japan. They always shine, so wasn't that the rules? Dada? Duchamp, Andy Warhol. It was just a Marcel Duchamp's knockoff, his bastard son. Pure dada. Pure dada. Elsa Plotz used to walk around New York. Zurich, a petty to the moon. Berlin, New York City. Pure dada. Antonio Yoko Dada is all them years of doing them great protests in front of the MoMA. Historic. She'd walk around New York City with her shaved head and her bra made of soup cans in 1910. She used to call herself Duchamp Mars. So, I'm still running. Is the camera still running? I think so. Alright. Important video. Fella. Better do it right here. Beautiful. Oh, yellow on red. Stunning. So the great American artists, of course, Andy Warhol, Jackson Pollock. My favorite's Grant Wood. Love Grant Wood. American type. Remember I went to the Grant Wood show in New York City, down there by the old meat district. They moved the museum down there. Whitney? No. Anyway, Grant Wood got leukemia at the same age I did, at 51 years old. Do you know that? Do you know what killed him? Grant Wood's work was so fantastic. He was going right at him, sticking right at him. I cannot tell a lie. I cut down that cherry tree. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Fatima killed 9 million Al-Qaeda. Grant Wood on Balco. Grant Wood on Cuba. Love Grant Wood. Love him. That piece that Lori and I did at Carlsbad, American Toxic, is beyond a masterpiece. I've been wanting to do that my whole life. You know, that pitchfork we got from my buddy's house right around the corner was one of those old migrant worker homes in Carlsbad. Was the shit in the 60s. You know, when it was all farms. That's where we got that pitchfork. So I'm at that thing, and they had the art of the protest. And I'm not shitting you. They're playing a video of the Million Mass March, who I invented. And there I am. There's a photo of me and the video right there, leading the march. And I'm out today, but ignore me. So, do it both ways. Brush we're going to use. Should we use the big brush? Let's try a little brush first. This shell is stunning. Here. I always struggle with the greater than one symbol. I never liked science math, and I'd always get it backwards. You know, I always struggle with that. We didn't have to take algebra when I was a kid in school. I'll tell you a good story here in a minute when I get this done. Ah, dumbass! You stepped right on your water. Yeah. Gotta get some more water. Sorry about that. I have water. A little bit. So, while I'm gone, I'll go get the other painting. So, oh, this guy. I'm in high school. I'm one of those gifted kids, but I drink too much. I'm too wild. I hated Weaver High up there. So I had to take an algebra class. They separated me and my twin sister when we were little kids. Some bullshit freaking psychologist freak show program they had. So they separated us in the first grade. They said that one would take advantage of the other, do the work, you know. My sister used to carry my books for me. You know, it was bullshit. They should have never done that. But it was some psychologist experiment, like they were experimenting on, you know, with our milk and everything else on us. So he's like, okay, algebra. He was a baseball guy. He didn't really know me. And he's like, anybody that can name me every division in baseball, every place they're in right now, it's like 1975. Anybody that can get it exactly right, go all the way through it, you ain't gonna take this class, I'll automatically give an A. He didn't know me. There's no internet. There was no nothing. And you only got just a couple minutes to do it. I says, and I raised my hand. And he says, I can just do it out of my head. What? What? And I went, boom. Of course, that was the A's and the Orioles. I was an Orioles guy then. Fucking Abe McNally. Grand slam by a pitcher. Billings Montana, still the only one. He's like, whoa, whoa. I've never had anybody do that. Well, a deal's a deal. Then I just quit going to class. He's like, I can't give you an A. This is a fucking deal's a fucking deal. You know, he gave me a B. But anyway, let me go grab that. I gotta get some more water anyway. Can I juggle that at once? Ah, I really fouled that up. It needs to dry a little anyway. Gotta get some more agua. Yeah, agua. So, chance for the sun to come out. So, this is the first. By the way, all you Bob Ross freaks, he's not an artist, but he died of leukemia also. Paint. So this is the first painting ever painted with tomato soup in human history. It's off an old tomato farmer barn. Tornado hit. You know, he's from Austria. He was brought here by Del Monte to raise. And that's where I got this piece of metal off his barn. Tornado hit ours. 1968. So remember the mask I put on there? I painted this when? In 2011? Yeah. I painted it, it's back, I painted it in 2012. You can see the 11 when I went into the bone marrow transplant. And so the soup, we eat that stuff. Look at that. So this painting's 11 years old. What a masterpiece. What a painting. Talk about a museum. I had Jerry, my neighbor, was a pretty famous artist. He'd come on one day and look at some of my work a few years ago and he said, museum piece. Museum piece. Not me. This is not me. They hate me. They hate my guts. What a great painting. All right, let's get back to it. Here's what we have, right? Like you got to soak in. Yeah, I think it's still going. What do you think, Poo-Poo? Coco? Poo-Poo Coco? Looking a little mutated. Easy, Poo-Poo. Easy, Poo-Poo. Oh, Poo-Poo. Can't walk on the painting. Yeah, I just did. Gotta get this done before the mosquitoes eat me. Good looking painting, man. He looks like one of my ex-girlfriends. Ooh, see that day. Damn, did I have a lot of good looking girlfriends in my life. Whoa. Cocktail physics on Falco. Let's hang it up. Yay. Enough time without losing the sun. So Teller says any endeavor in retrospect will be simple. It will be worthwhile, he says. He was wrong, wasn't he? Not so simple in retrospect. The nuclear madman was. I got that at the thrift store in La Jolla. No, in the slums of La Jolla, PB. It's a great shirt. We're still running. We're going to lose our sun. Should we hang it up, or you want to look at it on the ground? Let's hang it up. Yeah. Bright enough, it's still running. We'll live with it. I like it. You got a drip. Oh, don't do that again. No, you got to flip. I don't know if I'd ever get out here again this winter. Whew. Brutal in that open heart surgery, right? 15, man. Pretty large. So bullets. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over. I'll hold it. Maybe. Shit. Big, it's heavy. Work on my clothesline. Ah! Big heavy painting. Need some work. I don't like this area. Let's try this. Maybe it'll run it a bit. There's no end. There's no beginning. You think Leon Black or Dubin, the Epstein clan, would like it? I hope not. But that's who runs the MoMA. God, anybody that got in the MoMA, think about that. I almost did. They talked to me. Whoa. So glad I didn't. Whoa. Would have been a disaster, right? You can't tell which side up or which side down. You can't tell the end or the beginning. It's interesting. I like it. God, it even got a good smear on it when I drug it. Nice. Should do maybe some more of the dragging smear with it. Maybe turn it upside down and drag it. I like that smear. The smear's cool. You think I should do that? I'll show you. Flip it over and drag it. Ooh, long ass video. See how it's smeared there? Holy cow, that a long video. I like the way it turned out. We'll get it hung up. I'll fix my clothesline, get it hung up, but 3 is greater than 1, Winston. Let's flip it over and drag it. Long video. You know, really long. It'll take freaking all night to upload it. Let's flip it and drag it. Can you do that? Yeah. Which way should we drag it? So the 3 greater than the 1. Fractile's coming this way. Anything. Oh yeah. Whoa. So different painting now. You glad you did that? I like it. I don't know if I'm glad I did it or not, but I did it. I can always re-drip. Should we drip some more on it? Really has a Cosmo look to it. It's about the process, right? I was looking at those paintings that I did all last year. Incredible. So different painting now. Whoa. Which is up, which is down. There's no end, there's no beginning. You know, that's the line that made Pollock. The critic says, you can't tell where the end and the beginning is. You can't tell this one. You want to view it this way? Oh, I like it. You know, and the thing is, it's online, so it almost looks like a comet, doesn't it? Like a star, bringing star power to Earth. The Ignition Center, Livermore, California. All right, it is what it is. Long video. I didn't think. I've put on 26 pounds, and then mall walking with the old timers every morning. We talk about our heart doctors and our pacemakers and our, fuck, who knew? They're all 80 and 90, and there's 63-year-old Blanch in there. They're great people. I love them. So, bring East Star, Livermore, California. So, I like it. So the point is this, the painting. Let's try to hang it one more time. What do you think, Coco? Fuku? Sure glad I didn't get into the MoMA. So glad I didn't get into that. God, what a long video. Sorry. Oh, Winston. Winston, what is 2 plus 2? It's whatever you tell me. It's 8 or 26 or... no, it's 4. You're lying, Winston. You're saying that to him. No, no. Blanch, Ollie Stone, all the scientists that mystified about, they said 1 is greater than 3. Which is a blank. As Sudoku folding 1,000 paper cranes, Mom used to say, you got the atomic bomb disease, Blanch. What is it, Blanch? What is it? Is 1 more than 3? Is 1 meltdown at Chernobyl? Drama greater than 3 of FUKUSHIMA? 3 is greater than 1! You can all... I'm not going along with that fucking lie. Not me. You sheep go along. Or, well, I'm about to go. We're all on chemo. What a long video. They say it's not the... I love that yellow on red. Oh, I like it. It gets put up in a museum. I like the smear. So it's the process, right? Wow, what a video. So, the mask, clear back then. Well, I was full of leukemia, remember? Warhol was born on 8/6. I'll be out there at the Enola Gay Hangar doing my thing. That painting is 12 years old. What a painting, huh? Again, painted on the old barn from Daria Castesso, no, Mark Castesso. Not the Giorgio's old barn from Austria. He was a tomato farmer for Del Monte. Wow. Wow. What a painting. Whew. Long. We got it, Ray. We got it. Love it. One last time. What's another minute after this long, long video? Where's your soup can? Where's your soup can? I'm just gonna flip the soup can. Where's your soup can? You gotta flip. Oh, last night, the moon right there. You should have seen Venus right there by the moon. You gotta flip. You gotta drip. No. Let's do this. Why not? You almost forgot. You gotta drip. No. You gotta flip. it off. Easy. Easy. Says it took you 2.5 hours to get through the last time they opened that tissue, through the scar tissue. Easy. Oh God, you knocked over Fuku! You hit Fuku. Oh God. What have you done to Fuku? What do you think, Fuku? Coco? Look a little mutated. Good one, Coco. Fukushima, the 3 meltdowns was greater than the 1. What did you say to the starfish of the 60,000-pound whale, Fuku and Coco? Fukushima killed my food and plankton before. We replied, we too from the sea. We're all starved. Save me, Blanch. Fuku, Fuku. You got 18,000 becquerels of season more before the flood. He's made from my soup can. Oh God! Fuku, Coco. We better try that again. Sorry. There's Venus. There's Venus starting to poke out next to that crescent moon. Videos. Sorry, it is what it is. You sit and watch Fox News or Amy or any of those guys for an hour a day, or 2 or 3. Here's the crescent moon. Just seen it last night. Venus was right next to her. I did a little video. Another guy did the same video last night. He got like 1.2 million views. I got 112. My video is actually better. What else is new? I love it. Love that yellow on that red. I got that red roll from my neighbor up there at the old Motorview Drive-In swap meet. The whole roll for $5. God, Fuku gave me a little bruise. So, stand